Ghana and Nigeria have a rocky relationship, and this is not the platform to highlight their rocky relationship. We are not here to entertain diaspora wars, but we can't ignore the tension brewing in Ghana. When someone does not want you in their space, you can't force yourself into their space and act like the victim when they take necessary actions to evict you.
Then stay in your country. Nigerians and other nationalities. If you are here illegally, you must leave Ghana. Yes. You must leave Ghana. Ghana is not safe. We will deal with you people in our own ways.
Now, let's backtrack to how we got here. In 1969, Ghanaian Prime Minister Kofi Busia created an immigration policy titled the Alien Compliance Order, which stated that all undocumented immigrants have 14 days to either get a residence permit or leave the country. Why was that policy created? Ghana said it wanted to recapture their country's economy and try to reduce the crime rate, which can be essentially traced back to immigrants, and 70% of the immigrants were Nigerians. Now, in 1983, during Shagari administration, the Nigerian government issued an executive order in what they see as a retaliation, asking foreigners to leave Nigeria. And the targets were Ghanaians for their share value and overwhelmingly functional value at that time. Their exit from Nigeria launched their iconic Ghana Must Go bags, which are now popular throughout Africa. And I'm sure people from the UK have seen these iconic bags. Now, today, Ghanaians have taken to the streets to protest against Nigerians. They want them out of their country, citing high crime rates like prostitution, ritualism, drug trafficking, violent attacks on Ghanaians, kidnapping, economic reasons, and territorial incursions by the Igbo. And we know that the man in the eye of this brewing storm is none other than Dr. Chukwudi Jude Inetu, the self-proclaimed Igbo king in Ghana. The man in the eye of the storm, the raging storm on his royal status and domain, is the reason some Ghanaians are calling for Nigerians to leave their country. He plans to build a 50-acre kingdom for Ndigbo, a socio-cultural organization in Nigeria that represents the interests of the Igbo people in the old Ningo area in the Ghana. But the Ghanaians don't want any of that. They are saying that he should go home to try and build that in Nigeria. I mean, this is asking for trouble. I don't support it. I have never supported this idea of people crowning themselves as kings in other people's lands. What then is the role of the presidents generals of the various community development unions in those foreign lands if we're going to overstep boundaries? Some of these self-styled kings, when they return to their communities in Nigeria, begin to act in ways that challenge the authorities of the real kings, almost usurping their function. We cannot have two kings in one domain. This man portrays how almost every Nigerian behaves in people's countries. Nigerians are confident people. I'll applaud them for that, but they are too confident, too cocky for their own good. Wherever they go, whatever country they go to, they want to establish their dominance and create territories without regarding the laws of that particular country. They claim to bring development and prosperity, yet they failed to develop and prosper Nigeria. This man wants to build a kingdom with facilities that can bring transformation to Ghana, yet he failed to build that kingdom in Nigeria. What does Ghana have that Nigeria doesn't have? There's a massive unoccupied piece of land in the eastern part of Nigeria. He must go and build that kingdom there, not in Ghana. Creating another country inside your host foreign country and expect Ghanaians to lie down and take it. No. Nigerians want people to tolerate their crap, but when they are called out, they are the victims. They're doing the same in South Africa, and we call them to order. They run their mouth to the whole of Africa, calling South Africans xenophobic, but not once have I heard them call these Ghanaians that are in the streets protesting to get them out of their country xenophobic. Or maybe that term is reserved for South Africans only. Nigerians, why is it that every country you go to, no one wants you? What does that say about you?
Nigerians, let's talk. I think you guys collectively need to come together and realize that you are the common denominator. As in, all these countries that are coming together to ban you, to get rid of you, to not want you in their country, we are not all going mad. You guys need to finally accept that you are the toxic that we are all trying to get away from. And I understand that it sounds like I am generalizing right now, and I'm really not. Unfortunately, the bad apples are doing too much that we cannot see the good apples anymore. We cannot see the good ones anymore because the bad ones are just so many. And so now it is either the good ones are holding the bad ones accountable for completely ruining your integrity and your name, or you guys just stay in your countries. Bear in mind that we have all traveled to find greener pastures elsewhere. I am Ghanaian, but I'm not in Ghana right now. But guess what I do? I obey the rules, the laws, and the regulations in the land that I am in. And that is what most people do. I am not saying that there are no bad Ghanaians out there, but it seems to be Nigerians who are making Africa become this highlighted toxicity that nobody wants to deal with. You have now been banned from Dubai, America, South Africa, and Ghanaians are now trying to get rid of you guys. You cannot go into somebody else's land and try to assert your dominance through arrogance. Just because you're the loudest in the room doesn't mean that you are right. Even when a Nigerian is making a video complimenting Ghana, there is still an insult in there. Small Ghana, come and see how their currency holds so much value. Small Ghana, come and see how you can go outside without feeling any threat of being kidnapped. Small Ghana, come and see how there is electricity anywhere. Even in your compliments, it is still rooted in insults and arrogance and disrespect. You want to look down on everybody else around you, and I seriously don't know who accredited you with the certification of Giants of Africa, but it has really gone into a lot of your heads where you literally, some of you feel like you are giants. Do you know what you are giants of? You are giants of corruption. You are giants of crime. You are giants of mass prostitution. You are giants of rituals. You are not giants of anything that is good. For me, it is the arrogance. It is the arrogance of Nigerians. When you work with them, when you befriend them, the way they will treat you, it is always so disgusting and appalling. And I see why when you guys come to Ghana, you are always so overwhelmed with how peaceful and how friendly we are, because you're not used to it, even within your own country. That Igbo man is saying that he wants to build his own kingdom. Now, if you want to build your own kingdom and you're building it for all Nigerians, I could possibly understand. But even on somebody else's land, you want to bring segregation. How can you possibly say that you're building a kingdom, but not for Nigerians, just for Igbos? And you know what I found out the other day? That even in the Igbo tribe, they don't let women buy lands within their lands. If a woman wants to buy a land in the Igbo tribe, she has to either take her husband, her brother, her son, or an uncle. You guys don't even respect women as humans enough to even sell them any of your lands. But you want to come into somebody's country, buy lands, and then later on refuse women, a country that is quite literally called Mother Ghana. Do you know how much women are respected in Ghana?
And I'm not even trying to be mean. We understand that the government is putting you through a lot, but you need to hold them accountable instead of running away. We don't see the ill treatment from your government. We really don't see that. We see your wayward behavior and we judge you based on that kind of behavior. The same loud mouth you have in other countries should be used to bring your government to its knees and serve you. United States, South Africa, Croatia, Ghana, Togo, the United Kingdom, Libya, and many more, and are citing the same reasons why they are kicking you out. They are citing criminal activities as their focal point as to why they are kicking you out of their countries. Like this man, for instance, he wants to build a kingdom in Ghana. He wants to build a kingdom in Ghana so that he can rule that kingdom. Basically, he wants a Gaza and Israel conundrum. He wants that in Ghana. How can you say you want to build a kingdom for the Igbo people of Nigeria in Ghana, whereas the laws of Ghana prohibit that? Where do you even get the guts and the balls? And then your reasoning is, no, when I build this kingdom, the facilities from this kingdom will transform Ghana. How about you take those facilities and the transformation back to Nigeria? Because Nigeria is in need of those transformations. And then when you proclaim yourself as king of the Igbo people in the land of Ghana, when you go back to Nigeria, you undermine the real kings of the Igbo kingdom. You undermine them, usurping their functionality, fighting them, disrespecting them, undermining them. Forgetting that those kings, those Igbo kings in Nigeria, have royal blood. They've been ordained by their ancestors to be kings. You are a self-proclaimed businessman that is very, very, very malicious in his intentions. You want to become, guys, how can we have two kings in one domain? Igbo people, what do you have to say about this? Is it Igbo or Igbo? I'm sorry, I'm South African. I'm Pedi. So the BO in the syllabus BO in my language is B. We call it BU, boo. BO is boo. So I don't know if it's Igbo or Igbo. But what do you think about this? What do the Igbo people say about this? Do you recognize this Dr. Chikodu Inebu? Or I don't know how to pronounce his name. Do you recognize him as the Igbo king? No, Ghanaians cannot take this lying down. This man is trading a very dangerous line. This man is looking for another Palestine-Israel conundrum. You cannot have a country inside of a country and disregard the residents of those countries. So I fully support what the Ghanaians are doing right now. I fully support the Ghanaians, what they're doing right now. And you know what? To a certain extent, I fully support what the South African people are doing right now, because if you can see Sunnyside, Pretoria, it looks like Lagos 2.0. But if you go to Lagos, it does not look like Sunnyside, South Africa. Why is that? Why do you try to change? Why do you try to change the local cities to resemble Nigeria? Right now, some of these cities are captured by illegal foreigners. They are unrecognizable to the local South Africans. It's not only Nigerians. I'm talking on behalf of South Africa, or on the focal point of South Africa. It's not only Nigerians that have captured the South African economy and have marginalized Black South Africans to worst poverty state. It's not only Nigerians that are doing so. I've mentioned in my previous segment, even white illegal Europeans in Cape Town are doing so. But at this point, we are discussing Ghana, and I am definitely in support of Ghana. This man is trying to have another Israeli Palestinian conundrum, and it will set itself up for war. Nigeria and Ghana will go for war if Ghanaians don't take action right now. So go on these streets and get these people out of your country. What do you think about this segment? Comment to us in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and share the broadcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss these groundbreaking conversations right here on the African Diaspora News channel. And oh, family, I have my own YouTube channel called The Native Talk. The link is in the description box below. Click on the link and subscribe. And yeah, come over to the flip side. If you love saucy commentary and you appreciate my analysis and my commentary here on the African Diaspora News channel, definitely you will support me on the Native Talk, and I do engage on the comment section so we can have that one-on-one that we barely have here on this channel. Until then, see you next time.